Hey there, YouTube. Bed Bath & Bong's here. Thank you for joining me. I've been uploading a few videos tonight. I went ahead and did a little MMJ review and wax review. And then I did a nice little romantic Valentine's video with my wife. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. It was a lot of fun making it. We ended up going out to a really nice dinner, which was delicious. I can't recommend the tamale pie and the prime rib highly enough from El Corral. Oh man, made my fat high go on overload. But I did want to focus on something a little more serious as well tonight, and that topic is UFOs, and namely the leaks, well, not leaks, but disclosures the federal government has been coming out with as a result of Harry Reid advocating for it, as well as the more recent disclosures as a result of the stimulus bill that Trump signed, which did involve the clause that the government has 180 days to disclose its UFO information, particularly the Pentagon. I have a little mock-up of video footage of different news personalities. I have Tucker in there. I have some MSNBC footage. We're going to go ahead and watch a little bit of that so you can kind of get the vibe of what I'm talking about. And then we're going to probably fall down a pretty crazy rabbit hole. After that video, we're going to do a little bit of, smoking, as is our tradition here at Bed Bath & Bong's. And we're probably going to fall down this rabbit hole where we're going to go through a lot of these actual government documents, and I'm going to show it on screen here so you can follow with me and see what some of these actual government reports have to say.
Classified Pentagon reports on UFOs have been revealed, including a newly leaked photo. Here it is, showing what the pilot described as a silver object found hovering above the Atlantic Ocean. And if you zoom in, it appears to be some sort of triangular object. The report reportedly could not rule out alien or non-human technology. Now, here's where it gets really weird. There is some speculation that some UFOs are able to move through the air and underwater, raising the possibility that aliens are operating beneath the ocean. You know what they say, Jeff, that we know more about the moon and outer space.
Interesting new developments in the last couple of days on UFOs. And yes, because Crystal is out, I'm going to cover his UFOs as much as I want to. Not that she's against it. Not that she's against it. I'm just very into it. Okay, so this all started out on a website called The Debrief. Let's throw this up there. So The Debrief, very interesting news organization on science, tech, and aerospace, spoke with a lot of U.S. military and intelligence officials about the UAPTF. Now, I want everybody to take that in. The Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force. Now, this task force, we've talked a lot about that here, that's what is working with Congress and the Intelligence Committee. Well, it turns out, according to The Debrief, they spoke with a bunch of officials about a new report that's been circulating around the Pentagon and within the intelligence community. Now, I'm going to read some direct quotes to everyone. Everyone the debrief spoke with said that the most striking feature of a recent report was the inclusion of a new, extremely clear photograph of an unidentifiable triangular aircraft. Now, yesterday, the debrief published.
As we wrap up here, are there UFOs?
Well, I'm going to have to check on that. I mean, I've heard that. I heard that 2 days ago, so I'll check on that. I'll take a good, strong look at that. But I will tell you this. We now have created a military, the likes of which we've never had before, in terms of equipment, the equipment that we have, the weapons that we have, and hopefully, hope to God, we never have to use them.
Okay.
Let us know what's really going on there.
So many people ask me that question.
I know, it sounds almost ridiculous, but it's actually the real question I want to know.
It sounds like a cute question, but it's actually, there are millions and millions of people that want to go there, that want to see it. I won't talk to you about what I know about it, but it's very interesting. But Roswell's a very interesting place with a lot of people that would like to know what's going on.
So you're saying you may declassify?
No.
You'll take it?
Well, I'll have to think about that one, right?
Aliens exist and President Trump knows about it. That's according to Israel's former space security chief. In an interview with an Israeli newspaper, he said the aliens have been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are. NBC News chief global correspondent Bill Neely explains this one.
Very interesting new developments from former CIA Director John Brennan. Now, look, he's a liar whenever it comes to Russiagate, so take this with a grain of salt. But he was interviewed recently by a guy named Tyler Cowen, really interesting intellectual, and this is what he had to say whenever Tyler asked John Brennan about the possible existence of UFOs. Quote, "But I think some of the phenomena we're going to be seeing continues to be unexplained and might, in fact, be some type of phenomenon that is the result of something that we don't yet understand and that could involve some type of activity that some might say constitutes a different form of life." And as they point out, it's now not just, John Brennan and Harry Reid, the Christopher Mellon, the former Assistant Secretary of Defense.
Speaking of conspiracy theories that actually have truth at the bottom of them, the Corona Relief Bill the President signed last month contains a provision that hasn't gotten a lot of attention. It directs the Director of National Intelligence, in consultation with the Secretary of Defense and the heads of other agencies, to disclose what they know about UFOs within 180 days. So what are they going to tell us? Nick Pope is an expert on this subject. He's former UK Minister of Defense. He's an official of the UK Ministry of Defense. He joins us tonight. Nick, thanks so much for coming.
Definitely have to produce this report within 180 days, so we're going to get this by late June. It has to be unclassified, but can have a classified annex. So the answer, what the public will get, maybe not a lot, but what the Senate Intelligence Committee, the Armed Services Committee will get, hopefully a whole lot more, and hopefully some answers to these questions that we've been asking for months now. What is going on in our airspace? What has the US Navy been encountering, and what is it that has been in these classified briefings that we know some senators have already had?
What do you think they're likely to reveal?
Extraterrestrial hypothesis.
Yeah, and there may be physical evidence of the existence of these craft, whatever they are. Have you heard that?
Yes, I've heard talk of so-called metamaterials, and I think this report really will have to disclose. I mean, what the Intelligence Committee want to know is everything in government is fragmented. They want to know who knows what. They want a single official named and put in charge of all this, and this is going to include FBI, by the way, as well as the military and the intelligence community. We want answers.
And that's some juicy information, isn't it? I mean, everyone out there who's watched Ancient Aliens for all these years, or just had any sort of inkling that maybe there are aliens out there, maybe there is life out there, or just, maybe you just believe there is something to all these UFO sightings and rumors. Do you think all of these people are lying? Do you think all of these are hoaxes? I don't think so myself. There is a theory that maybe all of these vehicles that are being described are super secret military crafts. But if that's the case, we should be finding out. I guess it just really depends on how dark the military budget goes. Does it go so dark that it can openly defy laws that are passed? We'll see. But for now, let's get toasted. The club. It's an old Betsy there.